Will Ferrell's new movie, The House, is in theaters near you on Friday, and Will back here on the show. How are you, Will?
Hey, Rich, I'm great.
We still have those compasses here. Would you want?
I have them.
Would you want some?
Wasn't that a great birthday gift?
Oh my gosh, I'm still talking about it today. It was my birthday over the weekend, and I'm still talking about it today. Will, you know?
End of the
and you know what? Sometimes when I do feel lost inside. I'm not talking about GPS or actual geographic loss. Just
sure, emotionally lost.
Yes, I sometimes look at the keychain and then I find myself. I'll be very honest with you.
It makes you feel even more lost.
It
helps you. Mm-hmm. It helps you, right?
Yeah. Oh, sure. There's no question about it. That's why I figured I'd bring it up to you here when you called into the show. How you been? How's life? Good.
I have been good. Yeah, everything's great. I mean, we're all still talking about the NHL draft, right? We're just buzzing about that.
Yeah, we're on it. Were you outraged?
You guys have been. I love your coverage, wall-to-wall coverage. It's been incredible.
Is there any particular move that outraged you, Will? Do you want to get anything off your chest? Or just
I didn't understand the 5-team deal between Toronto, Nashville, Columbus, Vancouver, and Florida. That was mind-blowing. 35 players traded hands.
And then the player to be named later.
The player to be named later.
Yeah. We'll see. Years from now, we'll see how that all plays out. So I know you're a method actor. How did you prepare for The House, Will? Did you go to Vegas? Did you find an actual casino in somebody's basement? How did you prepare for this?
I built it. Well, first of all, I built a basement.
Mm-hmm.
And then I built a casino.
Mm-hmm.
I've been to Vegas, a number of times. So
okay.
I have enough experience.
Which is your game? Like which casino game are you actually good at?
I love Pai Gow. I'm all over it. Yeah. I actually teach. Rich, I'm surprised you haven't been to my Pai Gow seminar.
I have. I didn't know. Please let me know. How do I?
2 weeks every August. Out at the Bellagio.
Yeah, that's training camp season, man. That's,
okay.
It's preseason football, so that's why.
I play blackjack, and I kind of learned the basic fundamentals of craps. I'm not a very adventurous craps player, but I can kind of just hang out.
Yeah, I learned craps the hard way. Will,
right.
And you know, I'm not talking about like alleyways or anything like that, but that you're not supposed to walk up to the table in the middle of something.
That's right.
And stand next to the guy who's actually shooting the dice.
Right.
Because then I might be blamed for any bad juju that's brought to the table.
There's so much superstition. I didn't know. You're also not supposed to grab anything on the table at any time. I realize that.
Chips? What else? I mean,
chips, anything.
The dice?
The stick man's arm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So.
I'm with you on that front. Are you paying attention to the Dodgers season at all? I know because I know you're in the middle of going.
Dodgers are.
Are you focused on anything?
Fire. I was actually at the game Thursday night.
Oh, okay, so you're definitely following it.
Yeah, and they are. I'm a little worried about Seager being out here, but and Adrian Gonzalez is knocked up a little bit. But
I love it.
But yeah, they seem to be kind of covering all the bases with all this depth that they have.
Did you hear that Cody Bellinger, in an interview on ESPN, did not know who Jerry Seinfeld was? Did you hear about that? Yes.
Wow.
He didn't know at all.
In fact, and this is not I'm not doing a bit here.
Okay.
3 weeks ago, I was at a Dodger game and ran into Jerry Seinfeld. So Jerry was watching.
Bellinger
kid. Bellinger has no idea who he was.
It's that kind of freaks me out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I know.
You know, in the day and age where people think John Madden's a video game and impresario have no idea about that sort of business, you know.
No one knows who Tiki Barber is. it's
what world are we living in, essentially, is what I'm asking.
World, yeah. It's the end of Western civilization.
Will Ferrell joining us here. The House in theaters near you on Friday, June 30th. I loved your USC speech. Will.
Oh, thank you.
Congratulations.
And now, have you done that before? Have you done the commencement anywhere?
Yeah, I spoke to a group of graduating Michigan athletes. The athletic department decided to give out. Interestingly enough, they couldn't give out, obviously diplomas because you don't go to school for that. They did, and I'm not saying this just because of the way we started our interview. They did give out compasses to the class. They were not Land of the Lost keychain compasses, but they give out compasses, and they had the longitude and latitude frozen to Ann Arbor so they can always find their way home.
Got it.
And I gave that commencement address. It never crossed my mind, though, to sing Whitney Houston to them, Will, like you did.
Well, yeah, I was writing my speech, and, as it goes with using your computer, you write for 10 minutes, and then you dedicate 40 minutes to just watching stuff on YouTube. And somehow I stumbled across the Whitney Houston video from The Bodyguard. Mm-hmm. And I thought, that's how I'm going to end my speech. I don't know. I have to try to make it make sense. I just know my ending now.
Yeah, unfortunately, though, that eclipsed, if I'm not mistaken, your falsetto singing of the Star Trek theme as well, right?
I went 2 falsettos. That was a mistake. You're right. In hindsight, I would have maybe taken out the Star Trek and just ended with the Whitney. But
yeah, that would normally have stood on its own, right?
Right.
It got overshadowed. Now, but in all seriousness, when you sit down and you're next and you look over to your right or your left and you see serious academics on the stage after you do that, what were the glances like that you exchanged with them at that moment, Will?
At that point, after delivering that speech and ending with Whitney Houston, I just sat in my chair and I looked straight ahead. I didn't look left or right for fear of...
That's weird. That's wise. That's very wise that you would do that.
Because at that point, there's nothing you can do. And if they hate me for it, it's too late. And so I'll just look straight ahead.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's so funny because I would do this. I would not be able to look left or right for fear of just some actual doctor staring a hole through me. And
there was one of the vice presidents, one of the deans who sat next to me, who was very nice. He was like, I just sat down before he could say anything. I said, well, that just happened. And he said, no, great job. I think you nailed it.
Well, because you did nail it. I mean, seriously, in terms of just the actual singing, I mean, you went key change and everything.
It's a hard song to sing.
It is. That's out there, man. I totally agree. It's not easy. Yeah. Well, good for you. And I would never have been able to. I would never have been able to pull that off, ever in a million years. So what do you?
I figured they were expecting probably something bizarre, and that's what I delivered.
So now, how is life as Dr. Ferrell? I mean, has it changed? Walking around, are you different now? Where it's
it's pretty normal. I mean, I'm about to go into surgery after I finish this call. I'm not going to do anything. I'm just going to observe.
Okay, that's wise.
I can walk into any outpatient clinic I want to and just observe. Yeah.
Good for you, Will. Seriously, we're just all rent payers in your world here. I had Danny Trejo in studio the other day.
Oh, yeah.
How did and we talked about Anchorman.
Okay.
With Danny, how did you get him involved with that?
I think
it was fun talking to him.
Yeah, I believe that was just the brilliant mind of one Mr. Adam McKay.
Your guy. Okay.
Yeah, who just thought, what if we got Danny Trejo to play the bartender?
You didn't think you'd be asked a Danny Trejo question during this interview, did you?
No, I didn't. But have you seen the Danny Trejo coffee and donuts place on the corner of?
Have I seen it? I have.
Melrose.
Oh my God!
Have you partaken?
I have. As a matter of fact, he brought some here.
Whoa!
And it was next level. And then the best part about it, though, is when it was over. you know, when the interview was over and we were taking photographs in front of the desk here in our studio, Will, his friend said, "Can I take a picture on Danny's phone?" I'm like, "Sure."
Right.
And he held up the cell phone, and there was a picture of a white kitty cat on it. And I looked at Danny, and I'm like, "Real? I mean, for real?" It was the last thing I could have. He had Saint Kitty on. It was like it was dressed.
So that was like his little screensaver on his phone?
No, it was like the phone protector, the cover on his phone.
Right, the case protector. Yes, was a little white kitten.
That was a curveball thrown at me right there in that way. You know.
Well, I think with every 10 dozen donuts you buy at Danny Trejo's, you get a white kitten. That's one of their.
It is that.
That's
hey,
one of their trademarks.
Will, thank you for calling in today. Would love to have you back in studio next time, and congrats in advance on the house. I look forward to seeing it. I look forward to seeing it.
Always a pleasure.
Yes, and congrats again on that USC speech. That was a tour de force.
I really appreciate it.
You bet. That's Dr. Will Ferrell here on The Rich Eisen Show.
The Rich Eisen Show, weekdays at noon Eastern on radio stations across the country and audience.
Isn't it amazing you can download an app with your thumbprint? You should download our app with your thumbprint.